Hey YouTube, I'm really excited to share this project with you. It's something that I put together quite a few weeks ago, maybe even a month ago, and I just haven't gotten the footage edited down and everything. I'll be honest with you, what you're about to watch is going to make it look like this project went smoother than it did, and I kind of imagine that a lot of YouTubers out there are guilty of this, and it's not an intentional attempt to deceive you. It's just that at the moment when things start to go sideways, it's the last thing you're thinking about is, oh, I better pull the camera out and add that to the stress I'm experiencing right now. So there's a little bit missing from this project footage. I'll probably ramble more about it at the end of the video if you're interested in that kind of thing. But the end result is absolutely beautiful. This is made of well, it's either lacewood or leopardwood, and I can't honestly tell you which one it is because the lumber store that I bought it from couldn't tell me. They said that those were the same thing, and I looked that up, and that's not true. They're not the same species. But at any rate, it's beautiful. I'm really happy with the end result, and let's go back in time a little bit here and watch me make this thing, and I'll talk to you at the end of the video. All right, now's the fun part. So this is my newly built shooting board. Built this out of just a couple pieces of plywood, and then this is some hickory for a nice stout fence. And the way this works is take a plane. I've got this is a jack plane, but it's a normal angle. I would rather have a low angle jack plane for this since I'm hitting end grain so much, but this works. So I've also got a jig here, and I did a very careful job of making sure that this was a perfect 45-degree angle. You'll notice that this side says no. This is not a perfect 45-degree angle. I wasn't as careful about that one, so I have to make sure I always use this. So we'll take our first piece here and get it lined up there. Now I'm going to take a clamp and secure this guy right on the edge of this jig. It's real simple and real quick too. I noticed that my workpiece is moving a little bit, so I'm going to fix that. Now, you just cannot get any more precise than that. It's such a beautiful thing. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot the rest of these, and we'll get this put together with some painter's tape. So what we're going to do is use this as a template to, well, actually, that's nice. All right, not going to be trimming a whole lot here. wanted to stop for a second and talk about the progress on this thing. This is not the process I expected to be learning today. It's been cool. I think it's been effective, and I'm really excited about the end result when I get there. But this is a lot of work. Maybe there was a better way to do it. Maybe a different tool. I don't know. This is working though, and I kind of like I like the fact that there's sort of an artistic side to this. You know, using your eyes to see the curve and to see what you need to take off and just get it perfect. So I'm enjoying that. Can't be that entertaining to watch, but I'll wrap this up in a minute, and then we'll get to the exciting part, which is going to be cutting the box open and finishing it. So stick with me, and we'll get this thing in the can. So yeah, I think this might have been one of the first tools that I ever bought for my workshop, back before my wife and I were even married. We're talking early aughts. So it's had a good life, but I really wanted to go cordless. So kind of happy that happened. So here's what didn't make the cut. These hinges, I will never use these style hinges again. There's got to be a better option. Getting this to align correctly was a nightmare. I drilled those holes, of course. Hey, kitty, come on. What's wrong? Anyway, come on, Bits. What's the problem? So, yeah, I drilled the holes, and they wound up being, you know, slightly misplaced. And I'm not talking by, I mean, you wouldn't even be able to tell until you close the lid, and the lid is just a little bit off kilter. And of course, once those holes are drilled, it's all over. I had to refill the holes with epoxy, let it cure. My first attempt at this, I didn't let it cure long enough, and so then I had to start over and wait a full day for the epoxy to cure and re-drill the holes. And man, I went through this twice, getting these hinges to align. And it's beautiful now, but it was a nightmare. And then, of course, the other thing that I didn't show was probably 5 days worth of laying down oil, sanding, buffing, laying. I think there's about 7 coats of oil, and that's all that's on here is just teak oil. I will probably come through here and polish this up with some wax just to protect it a little bit. I like the oil and wax finish. You can build up a nice film surface, as you can see here. This is just nothing but oil, but it's so easy to care for. You can reapply that finish as many times as you need to, unlike with a poly where you've basically turned the wood into plastic. So I'm a big fan. But anyway, that's all I've got. This was so much fun. I'm gonna probably make some more because I enjoyed it. So I hope you did too, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.